And good afternoon. Welcome back to Cam Green Lane's Pardon the Interruption. I am your host, Kevin Perez, joined by Christian Gunta and Aiden Gunn. As the NBA offseason continues, a few days ago we saw many teams make a huge splash to start this offseason. What team do you guys think will improve the most this season through free agency? Chris, we'll start with you.
All right, I'm gonna say the LA Lakers to start off, and I know that's an obvious, easy answer, but it's the right answer. I mean, getting rid of guys like Montrezl Harrell, Kyle Kuzma, guys of that kind of caliber, to get Russell Westbrook, who is pretty much one of a kind. We've never seen a player like him in the NBA before. Getting Russell Westbrook to your basketball team, that's of course a positive. And he's a star. He's been a star for a long time, and there's a lot of questions about how he's going to fit with LeBron and AD and the Lakers. But it's very interesting how it's going to fit. But when you put a bunch of superstars on a team, they'll figure it out if they're good enough, and they are. Those are three top 10 players in the NBA. They are good enough. Plus, adding guys like Trevor Ariza, Carmelo Anthony. Adding Carmelo Anthony is a big add for two reasons. Because of his play on the court, obviously, he can still score very well. For a guy that's his age, he's a great one-on-one isolation scorer. And because that makes LeBron James happy. Him and LeBron have been really good, close friends ever since they were drafted. So that makes LeBron James happy, which of course is going to make the rest of your basketball team happy. And not to mention, also bringing back one of their best young players, Talon Horton-Tucker, re-signing him. So they're bringing back a lot of guys from last year, but also adding a guy like Anthony Davis back. I mean, it's not a true addition, but getting a healthy Anthony Davis back with a full off season. Last year, their off season was very short because of the way the bubble ended, but they got a full off season this year. The Lakers are a new team coming into this year. They didn't give in to Dennis Schroeder and his steep asks in the contract negotiations. They're a much better team coming into this year, so I think the LA Lakers by far are the most improved team.
I like what you said, but I might call them a retirement home. So, Aiden, what do you think?
So, have you guys watched the Friends reunion? Have you at least heard of that? This reminds me of that. Fallen stars reuniting for what's gonna be a horrible run. I'm sorry. This is a terrible move by the Lakers. Their average age is what, 32?
It's
Right?
experience. Someone's
Probably more.
championships.
I see injuries plaguing this team and egos. Okay? I think injuries is going to be a big deal, right? They're getting up there in age. Definitely going to be a problem. But I also see egos getting in the way. Not a lot of these players have won a chip yet, right? And so with that comes hunger and desperation and hero basketball. I see them hogging the ball, trying to pad their own stats, and carry this team to a championship, which I promise you will not work.
Look. But you said guys who haven't had rings, guys who are hungry for championships. If they're that hungry for championships, they'll be willing to risk their own egos, risk their own numbers, their own stats, their own minutes to do what's best for the team and get them to the finals. If they're willing to do that, which I think they are. Russell Westbrook wants a ring. Carmelo Anthony wants a ring. These guys aren't young anymore. They're getting close to retirement. They want rings. They want to win right now. They will sacrifice their own stats, their own minutes, so they can get that ring. Because they know LeBron and Anthony Davis can do it. Plus, you add in all the other guys that they've added this offseason, and they're hungry, and they're gonna be able to sacrifice this year. Everybody is gonna do a little bit of sacrifice, but at the end of the day, it's LeBron's team, it's Anthony Davis' team, and they're gonna be the ones that win the championship for the Lakers.
While their average age might be old, they did add some pieces in Kendrick Nunn and Malik Monk, so it'll be interesting.
All right, well, let me at least argue my team, okay? So over here, we got Hollywood. We got the stars, right? My team, the District of Columbia, has added role players, and I love it. They're adding depth to their team. They're surrounding Bradley Beal with confident and good players this offseason, right? We've got Spencer Dinwiddie, great player in Brooklyn. Montrezl Harrell, which you kind of threw him under the bus a second ago. I think he will help that team. They've got Aaron Holiday to replace Russell Westbrook. I think this is going to be a very well-rounded team, and I think it can carry them to a playoff spot.
I'm not going to completely disagree with you there. I really do like what the Wizards did this offseason, but when you compare the haul of Kyle Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, Contavious Caldwell Pope, like they're nice players, but do you want Russell Westbrook, Carmelo Anthony, Trevor Ariza, Kendrick Nunn, Talon Horton Tucker, a healthy Anthony Davis? I mean, the hauls just don't compare.
You know what? I see that these moves by the Lakers as they're going for the people with the biggest brand, the biggest name recognition. But what I like about the Wizards is they're adding good, strong players who just haven't been in an environment where they were able to succeed. I just didn't see the Lakers as a great place for Kyle Kuzma and Montrezl Harrell because LeBron and AD had the ball all the time. I see these players breaking out while under a very talented player in Bradley Beal, and I see this as a great season for the Wizards as opposed to a Lakers team who added has-beens to their roster.
The cameras are going to be around a lot of both of those teams. I mean, those obviously other teams that won the free agency, but those are two pretty good choices. And that's all we have. And that's all that we have for today, folks. Thank you guys for watching Camp Green Lane's Pardon the Interruption, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.